Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be creating some faux envelopes and use them as pockets. So this is one that I completed in full. So it has like the envelope flap, and as you can see, it is not truly an envelope. I made them out of a couple simple items. I started with 4x6 index cards, and then regular old book pages, simple book pages, and then 6x6 paper pads. So if you got lots of book pages, paper pads, you don't necessarily need index cards. It just was a little bit sturdier base. You could use ugly scrapbooking paper for the base of it, because you can tell you don't see the index cards. You just see the book pages and the scrapbook paper. So I have this one. Now this first one I did out of the 4x6 scrapbook, or sorry, 4x6 index pads. And it's a little big for a normal book page, I realized after I had done it. So I did trim it down a little bit. Well, actually I didn't. It is still 6 inches wide. So it's probably going to end up being, I'll have to trim it later, or maybe it'll end up going into a bigger journal. So, yeah. Oh, I also want to say I have this cute little butterfly. I want to show this find that I found recently. I found these. I saw them at a haul from, I can't remember who it is. Sunset Crafts, I believe it is. Bought these, and I thought they were kind of cool. On Amazon, they were only, you get 6 packages for $5.94, which I thought was a great deal. Unless, oh, was it 99 cents a package? It, oh, let's grab. Oh, do I have a white piece of paper? Probably not. There we go. Oh, of course I turned them all upside down. There we go. All right, so they are that PET washi tape, so they do have a shine on it, but if you notice on this, I did, after I put it on the paper, I did use that beautiful gel matte medium I found recently at Hobby Lobby, and with my finger, I put some on there. I probably could have went a little, I wasn't sure if I could go past the paper, but I definitely think I could go past the paper, and you wouldn't even notice it, and change it to more of a matte finish for that. But the reason that I got them was because most of my butterflies that I have already are ginormous. I have big butterflies. I didn't have too many. These are probably the normal smallest I have, so I didn't have a lot of tiny butterflies. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this would be great. It's hard to tell. I think the package says 20 times 2, so I'm guessing that there's 20 different varieties and 2 of each, so 40 butterflies in a package. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I'm not going to put them in my regular butterflies, because I think they'd get lost in there because how big they are or how small they are. So I'm not gonna, maybe I'll open a couple more just to show you. These are so pretty. Unfortunately, like I said, they have that glare of that PET sticker, but look how pretty they are. I mean, those are just beautiful. So, if anybody wants a link, I don't get any commission from these. I don't have that kind of stuff. So, but I can throw the link in there if anybody wants it to Amazon, but they were pretty easy to find. Look at those blues, beautiful. Oh, I don't think you're blue. Oh, you do have blue on your wing. So look how pretty those are. All right. Okay. So they come with the other colors. They have white, yellow, and purple. So I'm not gonna open the rest of those. To save some time. Put those away and I'll open them later. Okay. All right, so onward and upward to the faux envelopes. All right, so like I said, I started with 4x6 index cards and a book page. Now, I didn't use a very old book page in this. I just grabbed one that I had recently, and it actually is a little bit too small, but I decided to, after, like I said, the 6 is too big, I ended up cutting them down to about 5 1/8, which I thought was a good size for that. So we'll go ahead and I'll show. Glue page out. I'll show what I did here to glue them down. So with the full book page, I am going to glue 2 index cards to it. And we're going to glue that down. And I am going to put some art glitter on the near the edge so it holds down a little bit better. And I am just going to do my best to center this onto a book page. And then I'm going to glue the second one down here. And it doesn't matter if I do it this way or that way because I'm making this into pockets. So you're never going to see the back of this once it is down. So now if you did want to make it into a journal card in its place, an envelope looks like a journal card, then you would definitely want to decide if you want to have the lines on the back or the blank white. Obviously you could also tea dye the index cards and make it a little bit more vintagey looking. Okay. All right, so I am just going to cut these down. Get rid of the excess book page. Whoops. Come on. And a little bit on the bottom. Okay. So, once that is done, like I said, you can see that this book that I picked was not wide enough for the index card, but again, it didn't matter because I was planning on cutting it down anyway. So, a little choppy guy out here, and I'm going to cut it down to, like I said, 5 1/8. So, I'm going to start this about, I don't know, 5 1/2, and we'll chuck this down to 5 1/8. All right. And there we go. Okay. Look at that. Now, all right, so I do have 2 that are now 5 1/8 by the 4 inches tall that they were. So we'll let those rest a minute. I did round the corners on these, so you can round the corners on those if you want. Keep them straight, however you want to do it. Now, to the faux envelope part. So I took 6 by 6 paper, and basically what I did is I quartered it. So we're going to start by folding it in half and tracking down a bone folder. Give it a nice fold. And then I'm going to fold it in half one more time. So out of a 6 by 6 piece of paper, you're going to get 4 flaps. All right, now I could open this up and cut it down the lines, but I'll confess right now, I don't do that very straight. So what I found out is if I take and put this in my chopper and I just have it hang over ever so slightly and do a little kiss cut, flip that over, flip it over so I can get the other folded side. I'm cutting the 2 folded sides. Have another kiss cut. If I cut the 2 folded sides, I now have 4 pieces of paper. Voila. I find that so much easier to do. Okay, so what I did then was I do want this rounded part on these. I did this one differently, which I ended up not thinking it looked as much like an envelope, so that's why I'm not showing you what I did. All right, so I'm going to take my 4 pieces and line them up as good as I can, and I'm going to round them to make that. All right, so get rid of my smudgy mess. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down as a flap. If I want to ink this at all, probably a good time to do that now, because once it's glued, it's glued. I'm gluing it completely down because it is not a working envelope per se. It is going to be a faux envelope. And oops. Probably should have rounded my corners here before I did that. I think I'm going to use the middle. So it's just a little bit of a round. I'm not going to do the top because I'm going to have to put that on there, and I can round it afterwards. All right, so we're going to throw some glue on here. And again, it's not functional, so I'm not too worried about that, but I do want to make sure that it is about as centered as I can get so it looks kind of realistic. All right. Now you can go ahead and wrap those flaps around if you want, or trim them off. I'm going to trim them off just because I might want to, like I said, round it. This stuck. They had glue on them. Stuck to my hand. There we go. Okay. And to make it into a true pocket, we're going to want to go ahead and throw a little bit of a notch in there. And there we have it. A faux pocket. Very cute. Let me grab my demonstration book here. Of course, I grabbed a fall book and I have a spring pocket, but you know what. All right. Oh, look at the fall blue page. So, wouldn't that be cute? Glued right down, 3 sides. Be able to stick. If I could find something that was heavy enough to try to stick in there. There we go. There we go, like that, and put it in. Nice little tuck spot. Beautiful. Very cute, huh? Okay, so I do have another option that I discovered while I was doing this. Oops. Let's try to not pull the piece of paper up. Okay. Like I said, if you want to go ahead and round the top of the envelope, you can do that at this point too. Cute, right? Okay, so, all right, we're going to take this and go ahead and round and going to ink the top because we are going to add, I probably shouldn't have rounded the bottom yet because I'm going to add the pages to the bottom. Okay. All right, so now with these, we are going to go ahead and we are going to put them like this so that it looks like it is that part of the envelope and that we cut the flap off. Now, if you want to, you could just glue along the edges and actually make it a tuck spot. So you've got a tuck here and a tuck here. Or you could glue it completely down and make it a true faux kind of envelope. Now, since I had rounded the corners already, we are good to go on that. And I think the only other thing I want to do, I don't know if I want to round that, probably not. Nah, I won't round that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these down. I'm going to ink them first because once it's glued, I won't be able to ink that inside pocket. Okay. Now, if you wanted to get all fancy, you could probably mix and match these and cut some 6x6 paper out and mix and match them. Do this as one color, and then let's say if I had this one earlier, could do that as a mix and match and make it all fun and pretty. I think I might do that. That would be kind of fun. Let's do that. This is definitely a spring looking pocket, if I say so myself. Okay. All right, so as you saw on this one, I decided not to make it a tuck spot. I'm just going to decorate it as if it was just an envelope. And we are going to go ahead back and I'm probably going to have to cut that off. Cut the little wings off. And we'll go back and do our best to make sure those were, there we go, even. And we'll do this one. Yeah, cute. Cute, right? Okay. All right, so I ended up making a whole bunch of them already to be able to be decorated. So it's quite easy to mass make these. Let's make one that we make it as a pocket, so we can do a tuck. And I don't think I didn't ink that one. Let's see if I can go back a little bit. Just go back and throw a little ink on there. Okay, so I do have. And what's nice, like I said, since I cut 4 of those, we did the original for that and that, you can even save these for future side tuck project things as you go ahead and cut them. So the mass making and quickness of this really is very effective to do these. All right, so I think I'll put the yellow one down first, and we are going to use good old art glitter glue. Go ahead and put that down. Now if I wanted to put some sort of notch in there, I probably would do that first, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to pretend like it was a true envelope, and there would not be notches in a true envelope. So I got shaky hands today, right? Because it's so cold outside. I had to run to the post office today, drop off some packages, and brr, it was cold. I know it's January, right? But okay. All right, there we go. Looks like it didn't round this, so on this one, as you can see, I did, when I cut the background white paper, I did leave part of it, and I did fold it over, give it a little bit more strength on the top. So that is another option for that also. All right, so let's grab a little bit wider. But yeah, you could definitely use that to stick in a tag and then one in the back. Very cute. I love it. Very, 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 very cute. Very cute. Okay. All right, so let's have some fun. Let's decorate a little bit of these. Maybe I'll use my fun old few butterflies to decorate some of these. Get some glue off my hands. Let's see those Those pink ones are so pretty. Blue and yellow always are fun to do. They're slippery. All right, I think I like those. Let's see if I can find. I didn't open the yellow ones yet. I think I like that one. All right, let's. No, too plain. Too plain for that. Okay. All right, extra sheet. All right, so I also, as well as the butterflies, decided to put some tags on there. Let me close my glue up before I have come on, little glue. There you go. Before I get a clogged mess on there. Thought that one might be kind of fun for one of those. Violets. Probably should get a purple butterfly for that. Alright, get a few things out of the way and see if I can find some tags. Peaches. I don't know if that's too dark. I kind of like it though. Alright, I think I might go with these. I kind of like them. Alright, so kind of like an advertisement kind of thing, and then something a little bit smaller, something a little generic-y, kind of throw on there. Purple. Okay. This might be good. It's kind of generic-y looking. I think I might like that better. I think that's a little dark, so something more on the greenish side. Too big. I'm getting hungry all of a sudden. Hate when that happens. All right, let's see if we can go with those. that a little bit better. Okay. Sometimes you got to go with what strikes you first. Okay. All right, so this one is glued down. We got to remember that. This one is the pocket, so we might have to adjust our thoughts on this one. That one's gone. That might be better. Okay. I got a little bit of a miscut here. I don't know what I must have sneezed or something while I was cutting that, because that was bad. All right, so we'll do a little snip of the corners. And ink the edges. Something about making the edges not so square, either by rounding them or snipping the edge off. There's just something about it that makes them just look so much better, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Okay. Keep wanting to put him upside down, don't I? Okay, so for these butterflies, they are not the easiest to get off, but I found if you fold it toward the sticker part, it comes off a little bit better. Put him right there. I will go back later and add that. I could do one right now. I just have, and I found a little brush. I have used my finger for this. When I had a single one, I just used my finger. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the brush on this. I get some brush strokes. Throw a little on there. It won't hurt it. Yeah. And maybe it'll be dry by the time I finish those other ones and we can see how it looks. All right, let's set these aside to dry a little bit. All right, so this one is not a pocket, so we can be a little bit more free and loose with where this goes. So I hope you like this idea, the faux envelopes. I personally don't have too many envelopes myself. I have some of the junk journal ones, or sorry, the junk mail ones that I get a lot of, but the problem, not problem with those, but they're, a lot of the ones that I get are the ones with the windows, or they're the long ones. I don't get too many of the short ones. I used to have a lot more of these smaller ones, but I haven't been able to find them lately. So plus the fact that I definitely have a lot of the book pages laying around and 6x6 scrapbook pads, so why not? Okay, so again, we're just gonna fold it. Some people have used a pen, I've seen, to bust it, and I have done that when I can't get it, but usually a couple tries if I fold it toward myself. I can get the backing off fairly easily. Yeah, I love the little butterflies. They're very cute. Yeah, we got the, so we'll around the hole, and there we go. All right, let's do this one. Oh, you know what I wanted to do too? Since this had this big opening, I saw that. I haven't really used them yet. I've got these. I wonder it'd be kind of fun to put something, a stamp along the bottom for this. Let's use this, and okay, so I don't need to do should I find some yellow or green? All right, I think I'm gonna do a little gray here. Some hickory smoke. It's not very bright, but I like that there's the gray in the mountains, which I thought could be kind of cool, and tie this together. So yeah, fancy envelope. I like it. Okay. All right. Hey, if you didn't, I got these in the haul. I haven't really, this is really first time I used it in project. Eclectic edges, very fun. I'm gonna have to, I still been thinking I gotta do a project where I do use those a lot, because those are fun. All right, put the ink away, and let's do a little snipping and a dipping on this. Why do I always do that? Okay. Okay, now the butterfly, put that up there. This one might need a pin. My hands are starting to get sticky with glue. I swear when I was working over Christmas with my Etsy store and gluing stuff, there was a while my fingerprints were completely gone. All right, let's grab a pin. This one seems to want to. Causing me trouble. It was causing me trouble. All right, I guess it's gonna go right there. All right, like I said, I'll go back and add the gloss to that in a bit. All right, last one. Okay, so do I want to do that, or do I want to do that? Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. Old looking ledger paper here. Down here and put this up higher. By the way, and I forgot to mention that, these little advertisement things were some freebies I found. So if you search for the freebie video, I have up, you'll find some links to some great freebies. And these were part of that. I'm not sure about that one, could have been, but definitely the apples, that, they were definitely part of the freebies. Most of the stuff that came out of that box is freebie stuff. So, all right, so fold it toward the front. Yeah, see, that one worked better. That yellow one was just being the dickens. All right, so I have him on top of there. Yeah, cute. Definitely can probably use another label there. Something smaller. Let's see. Do that, because it's kind of the same colors. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, so this one I added the stamp to. That's the extra number. That one's got the extra number. That's all dry. Still has a little bit of shine to it though, but yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and notch these up. Oops, I put the butterfly in the way. Maybe I won't notch this one. Notch them a little. Yeah, notch them a little. Okay, we will go ahead and ink those up real quick where I did the notch. I think I did that one, and there we go. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call these a successful. Sorry, I hope that wasn't glaring for too long. Okay, well, let's take a look at these. Oops. I think I'm going to have to stop using that Elmer's glue. It works sometimes and doesn't work other times. Get back to my Yoo-hoo glue. Okay, but I do have a lot of those sticks left, unfortunately. Okay, all right, well, let's take a look and see these up close. All right, so this is the one that I did off camera. Very cute. Again, just a regular pocket. And here's the ones we did on camera. So this one is the extra. That's got the tuck-in spot for it. So very cute. And then this one is just a regular pocket. Another regular pocket. Added that fun stamping on the bottom. And this one would end up being a regular pocket also, which is the top part. So yeah, so two different ways to make faux envelopes. Ones with the top part and ones with the bottom part. Open, not open. Very fun. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you found some things that inspire you to go out and make some ephemera. And this could definitely be a quick mass make. You could just make a ton of these, even if you just throw the tops on to make the bling, put the bottoms on it, decorate them later. Definitely can make these to keep in a stash, and I'm sure I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do these. Find another 6x6 paper that I can divide up and make some pockets for that to get on hand. So I'll have a whole bunch ready to go when I figure out what my next journal is going to be. It looks like I'm heading towards some fun spring stuff though. Maybe some butterfly journals now that I've got my pretty little butterfly. So yeah, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave that in the comments. And if you like the video, a thumbs up would be awesome. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and like to see future projects like this, please hit the subscribe button. And that is going to be it for me today. As usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.